It all started with Lucas, a child just 8 years old, who was always glued to a sketchbook and a black pencil. He didn't play with other kids, didn't watch cartoons on TV, didn't care about games or toys. All he wanted to do was draw. He would spend hours in silence, making sketches that made any adult uncomfortable. They were strange figures, twisted bodies, creatures with torn-out eyes, open mouths like they were screaming in pain. Shadows with giant hands and thin fingers, like claws. His mother thought it was just too much imagination and would say it was better for him to be creative than stuck on a phone. But it started getting weird when he began naming the drawings. He said they didn't come from his mind. He said they appeared in his room at night, stood still in the corners, clung to the ceiling, and that he was just copying what he saw. He showed the drawings and pointed, saying, "This one stays near the door. This one lives in the mirror. This one whispers my name when everyone is asleep. And this one, he doesn't like you, Mommy." The way he spoke was calm, like it was all normal, like he was used to it. School started to take notice too. The teachers saw that Lucas wouldn't stop drawing, ignored his tasks, and never talked to anyone. One day, a classmate saw one of the drawings and started crying. He said it was him in the picture. His name was written on top, and below it said, "He'll disappear first." 3 days later, that boy went missing, vanished, without a trace. The police were called. The entire school was in shock, and Lucas's mother was called in for questioning, but no one could prove anything. The boy kept acting like nothing had happened. His drawings got more intense, the eyes darker, the expressions stronger. His mother started to notice he wasn't sleeping well. He'd wake up with dark circles, stare fixedly at the wall, and say, "They're coming back." He stopped eating properly. One night, she found his room covered in drawings. He had drawn on the walls, the floor, even the door. All were dark figures, all staring at the bed where he slept. She panicked and decided to take him to a psychiatrist. The doctor examined him and said it could be some kind of trauma or dissociative disorder. He recommended hospitalization for observation. The mother, heartbroken, agreed and placed the boy in a specialized clinic. There, he stayed completely silent for days. He wouldn't answer questions, wouldn't make eye contact, just sat there, holding a sheet of paper and drawing with a pencil they gave him. But the nurses started reporting strange things. They said the drawings would appear stuck to the walls even when no one was there. They said the room got colder when he was drawing. Sometimes, it felt like someone was walking the halls at night, even though all the doors were locked. One nurse said she entered the room to check on him and swore she saw him talking to someone, but he was alone, sitting on the bed with the drawing facing him. She said she heard a voice answering back, but couldn't explain it. Felt like a sound inside her head. She ran out without looking back. Another night, he drew a face just like his, but with empty eyes and a sliced body. When the psychologist asked what it was, he whispered, "It's how I'm going to be." The next morning, Lucas was found dead in his bed, without any sign of violence. The tests showed internal bleeding, but nothing explained it. No wounds, no falls, no infection. The strangest thing was that the drawing he had made the night before had disappeared. No one found the paper, not in the room, not in the trash, nowhere. It was like it had been taken by someone, or something. After Lucas died, things didn't stop. The clinic staff began reporting that the room where he stayed felt off. No one wanted to go in there at night. Some lights flickered only in that wing of the building. Drawings started appearing in the hallways, small scribbles in dark corners, always similar to the ones he used to make. The room was sealed and never used again. His mother never got over what happened. She started investigating on her own. She found her son's old sketchbooks, went through the drawings, and noticed a pattern. Some symbols repeated, some body positions were identical. It seemed like there was a sequence, like pages of a story, told through images. She took them to an occult symbolism researcher, who studied them for weeks. In the end, he told her something that sent chills down her spine. Your son wasn't drawing what he saw, he was drawing what was shown to him. And maybe he wasn't alone when he did it. The theory is that the boy had some kind of sensitivity It allowed him to connect with entities or presences that most people can't perceive. Like he was an open antenna with no protection. These entities used that to communicate through the drawings. Maybe they were just observers. Maybe they wanted something more. But the fact is, after he drew his own end, he died exactly that way. Today, some say they've seen similar drawings online. They claim someone found one of his sketchbooks and scanned the pages. And if you stare at them too long, weird things start happening around you. People report hearing footsteps at night, feeling like they're being watched, seeing shadows in the corners of their room. And the scariest thing is that many of these stories always start the same way. It all started after I saw that boy's drawing. Now tell me, do you believe a child could have this kind of connection to something we don't understand? Do you think it's just coincidence? Or is there really something beyond what we can see? Would you have the courage to look at Lucas's drawings if they appeared in front of you? What if a paper showed up with a familiar name written in red ink and the words, "He'll disappear first"? What would you do? Throw it away? Pretend you didn't see it? Or show someone? Write in the comments what you would do if you were in his mother's place. If you've ever gone through something strange like this, share your story. Maybe it's not that different. And if you were brave enough to listen until the end, send this video to someone who says they don't believe in these things. Let's see if they're still skeptical after this.